Hello and welcome to Monster Prom. I know, it has been a while, but it's super hard and I only recently. Come on up here. Ah, got this baby. Otherwise, I would die of a heat stroke in my room. And yeah, so let's just get into this and get this done with, because even though I have my fan, it is still really hot in here. So let's go. Voice interactions, yay or nay? Sure, why not voice effects? I'm one person. Let's go for the full game. Spooky high school, the sweetest year of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid. But always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Well, who am I? I guess I'm a fiery lady now. That's fine.
Let's start a fire!
And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remembered clearly. 3 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates. Miranda Vanderbilt, 19, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Damien LeVay, 21. Oh, someone in my age range. Still too young, but at least not 19. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Oh, he's cute. Scott Howell, 21, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Liam de Lyoncourt, 400 something? A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork. Yeah, I wanna try dating him, I guess. Polygeist. Seriously, Geist? 22 maybe? A party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Then Vera Oberlin, 23. Oh, my age. A mean, self-made gorgon with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them. But who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom dates, and even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But, as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Alright. Team Wolf, hot or not, take this quiz to find out. Yeah. Crazy exes, how to deal when they just won't go. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more, we are now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever, TM. We'll throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start! Democracy is just broken. What would be the best way of choosing the leaders of modern society? Whoever can play the most heartbreaking violent solo wins? We create a reality show called America's Next Top President, where the candidates compete in all kinds of physical and mental challenges. Voter turnout would increase and we would turn a profit on it, alright? You put all the candidates in an empty room with the wild grizzly bear. Whoever kills the bear should be our president. If anyone dies, then it's obvious. The bear should be our president. You wish you were raised by a pack of white wolves, who also happen to be tech moguls who own some of the most profitable companies of Silicon Valley. They would be kick-ass role models and wild wolves. Sick. I love wolves, so I guess I will choose that answer, but let's read the other ones. Mysterious old man who saves me from the streets in order to raise me as his disciple in the ancient ways of rat DJing. Nah. A really progressive marriage between a kick-ass venomous snake and actual fire. I love fire and I see no issue with being raised by it. Nah, I stick with the wolves. So wealthy. What would be a killer accessory? Shiny armor, fabulous purse made from the skin of your worst enemy. A necklace with your own name in case you forget. Fancy breast knuckles. Coolness itself. Sunglasses at night. Nah. Coolness. Alright. That's it? Only 3 questions?
Let's do this.
So I'm smart and bold, as well as wealthy. I'm somewhat charming, somewhat creative, but no fun. Well, okay. Auditorium? Let's go there. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves extended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain 2 creativity. Nice! Against the expected, you spot Scott and Lion engaged in what it seems to be an intense conversation. You seem so into it that you can't resist the urge to ask them what's going on. We're discussing this recent novel, Two Lights. It isn't a novel, it is a rat movie with lots of cool dudes with amazing abs. Well, it's actually based on a novel and it's anything but rat. It's cultural trash. But I decided to like it, ironically. The thing is, there's this human girl with 2 guys who like her. But the guys are part of 2 enemy human races. Are we talking Romeo and Juliet, or are we talking totally forgot the name, but that shit show with Edward and Bella? The wild, shirtless human and the mysterious, deep-look-giving humans. And it seems these types of humans can't stand each other. Oh, and the deep-look-giving humans shine in the sun. Okay, Bella and Edward. Sure. Who likes that shit? And did you know that's actually a lesser-known trait of some humans? Thing is, the next movie will be released soon and we're super hyped. Ironically. We can't wait, bro. We need to satiate our hunger for Two Lights. This is your opportunity to show these 2 you're well versed when it comes to satiating urges. Go for it. Let's cosplay, let's go shirtless. We should write a nuanced play based on it. Totally not fanfic. I would guess this is the vampire answer. Since I totally forgot the names already. I am so sorry. I'm so bad with names. Since the other dude said something about shirtless dudes, so I would choose this one. Oh, I see. Chose right. A nuanced pastiche involving the characters of two lights, throwing a new light over the fears and desires. And over their abs. Yeah, sure. With an unexpected twist that will elevate the strengths of the original oeuvre. Something subtle yet powerful. Something like the rival humans ditching the girl and fucking each other's brains out. Sure thing. Yeah, I like that. It's artistic because of reasons. Sure, there are reasons. And if they're new, that means more muscles and stuff. I like that. Sure, it sounds a lot like a high form of art and nothing like thirsty fanfic. You're some kind of promoter of the arts to gain two creativity and one smarts. Yay? Yay?
Let's do this.
Since I'm pursuing our vampire, I'm going to sit with him. I find lying artfully arranging his food while Miranda diligently sorts her silverware. Neither of them is eating, obviously. Have you found it yet? I'm trying, lying, but finding the perfect silverware for your cafeteria food pick is an art, not a science. How hard can it be? It's just silverware. Just silverware? And I suppose the food in your food pick is just food. No, it's a metaphor for urban consumption in a post-modern industrialized mega society. Well, my silverware is a metaphor for silverware. Yes, is that not enough? Well, it's more than enough. But can we hurry it along? The lighting is perfect right now, and I don't want to lose it. You're a bit of a silverware aficionado yourself. Maybe you can speed up the selection process while simultaneously demonstrating your knowledge. Try the picture fork. It's a fork for taking pictures of. Nothing conveys elegance and taste like a floating spoon. I don't know! What the fuck? What is a picture fork? It's a fork for taking pictures of? What? Well, I'm all for elegance and taste, I guess, so floating spoon? No! 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 Yes, the floating spoon, the most distinguished of utensils. I'm sorry. What's a floating spoon? Yeah, well, I don't know what the picture fork is, so we even. I don't even know what the floating spoon is, though. We're even. Well, of course you wouldn't know about it. Rude. No, I wasn't being rude. Rudeness is simply the way I must introduce a floating spoon. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Well, of course you didn't. You're not as cultured as I am. Such smug superiority. I am no match for the spoon. Miranda produces the floating spoon with much fanfare. It looks like a regular spoon to you, but then, what do you know, you peasant? You convince Miranda to spend some time with you after lunch, lovingly explaining the spoon's finer points, even though spoons don't have points. No! Liam!
Let's do this!
Well, where could he be? I know that cat person is at the gym. Great, thank you. Thank you for telling me. Bathroom? Why would I go there? I don't know. Library? Let's try it out. Just for fun anyway. That day you spent some time on the library APCs managing your start kicker. For Boom to M we have 420 Beckers. Wow! We almost have $20,000 pledged and still a month to go. Nice. What is my goal though? What is the pledge goal? Do you deceive lots of people with sensationalist video and impossible promises? Nice. You gain 100,000 money, but almost everything goes to cover costs and you keep only 2 money. No! No! So unfair! Nice! I have a Lime detector, it seems. You see Lime talking to Miranda. Miranda looks confused and Lime looks frustrated. Uh-oh. But I simply do not understand this art you are describing. You say that the art piece is a bathroom? No. For the 100th time, the art piece is the experience of going into a bathroom thinking it's an art piece. The artist purposefully gave the room number of the bathroom as the room number for the exhibit. Even though there was a whole room full of his paintings everywhere in the building, it was revolutionary. It certainly seems very complicated. Personally, I prefer the exoplanet sculptures of the Atlantean 5th Dynasty. You know, the man on the moon, the face on Mars, all of you Pluto, art on such a grand scale. Bah, that's not art, that's populism at its worst. Well, I don't think that bathroom business sounds like art. But how are we supposed to discuss art if we can't even agree on what it is? Oh, if only someone could come along and provide a satisfying definition of art. I would be so pleased. You've got this, no problem. It's so simple. Art is a method of making worthless things into very expensive things. Art isn't art unless it makes you feel bad feelings inside. What? Sorry, water. What? It's neither. It is neither. Well, most of the time, art is considered something that, in some way, wants to capture the heart of someone, or at least the attention of someone. So, I'm going for this. Exactly. This is why, for example, gorgeous Surratt's Sunday afternoon is not art, whereas getting stuck in an elevator for 9 hours is. What? What is going on? But the face on Mars does not give me bad feelings. Well, then obviously it's not art, Miranda. Try to keep up. If it's not art, then what is it? A mean thing our ancestors did to the Martians with primitive nuclear weapons. Oh yes, I suppose it was that. You're both so smart. You gain some disturbing knowledge about the history of the solar system, and also 2 smarts and 1 creativity. Okay. Week 2 morning.
Let's do this.
Why is there always this cat person? I should probably go to the class sometime. You know what? Let's meet that cat person.
Hey, stranger.
Welcome to my little shop. Buy some shit. Shit that will boost your stats. Shit that will lead you into stupid new adventures. Even some shit that might be much needed at some very specific moments. So take a look. I have 9 money, even though I had 100,000 money at some point. A tampon used by the former prom queen? Yeah. You know, for good old blood rituals, or in case you're just a creep with unhealthy obsessions. Don't even dare ask me how I got this. Too poor for this. Cocaine? Regular flavor? What? Good old cocaine. In these days of weird experimental substances with horrible side effects, cocaine has become the new vanilla of drugs. Okay. A motivational poster. Crafting your art requires years of hard work, education from creator mentors, and tons of raw talent, but damn, that sounds exhausting. So let's settle for a motivational poster for now, okay? High school social life is so hard nowadays that hiring a PR agent is totally a thing. I want that. I want that. A corpse. Well, yeah, I'm selling a corpse. It's like some kind of fashion accessory. It's not as if I'm trying to dispose of it. I want to see what happens, but then I can't buy my PR agent. Ah! Some impractical yet kind of funny glasses. Remember when these used to be cool? No, they aren't. But they are so ridiculous that they are still fun in their own twisted ways. Okay? A blanket with 2 holes. Literally just a white blanket with 2 eye holes in it. You'd have to be an idiot to mistake this for a ghost costume, but most of our classmates are idiots. Yep. A fake badass to do. It has flames and a skull and even a knife. With this you can can murder your enemies, go to prison, make everyone your bitch, and then murder them too, and go to some kind of super prison. Street credits plus 9,000. Okay. You want this, you sick pervert? I had no idea you appreciate a good old reverse Romanian Wilkinson. I must admit, it's kinda hot you're into that kind of kinky shit. Okay, a Russian novel with an insightful approach to universal matters such as love and death. Are you sure about this? You can always use Wikipedia to get the general idea and still be able to act as if you've read it. Okay. How to sexy 7 Latin, okay? Why? The hottest thing is being yourself, honey, but a Latin accent is a close second, to be honest. Okay, so... do I go for the corpse? Do I go for the corpse, or is that a new person? Ah! I don't know. Someone tell me what to do. Let's go for the corpse, I don't care, it's an event. Yeah, who would want to save money for the college fund when you can spend it on weird stuff that's most likely useless? That's the spirit, champ. Hey?
Let's do this.
So, lions. You take your seat beside arguably the 2 coolest monsters in all of Soap, the Spooky Eye. Here's hoping you can keep up with them. Vera, are you eating manticore steaks again? Yes, and it's delicious. Don't you know the amount of cruelty involved in the mainstream meat production industry? Yes, and it's delicious. Besides, Liam, you're a vampire. Don't you only consume things that are dead? Well, yes, I suppose, but it's always ethically sourced, organic, free-ranged, and human. The human population is out of control, and eating them is the most environmentally responsible thing to do. Cannister? Listen, Liam, I happen to have a personal feud. Right? With every single animal I eat. I make sure to eat all of them first and then ensure I'm devouring only the ones I hate the most. It makes it extra tasty. Well, then surely you can inflict such pain without going through the cruel meat industry and supporting factory farming. Isn't home cruelty better anyway? You may actually have a point there. And if I get my hand in the pot, I can inflict even more effective, specific pain, and I bet there's a way to make money of this too. Hang on. Somehow I've ended up arguing against my own interests here. Liam, do you want to find innovative and creative ways to move society forward? Or do you want to oppose cruelty like every other weak mainstream loser? You can actually hear Lime's brain shaking as he struggles between his desire to be perceived as ethical and his desire to be perceived as creative. Maybe you can step in and help out. The animal you kill may lose their lives, but what about their afterlives? Instead of letting the spirits go to waste as the byproduct of the meat industry, let's serve the eternal soul. Soul's the side dish. Okay, Liam. Animals are already suffering from ignorance. If Vera wanted to increase their pain, the best we can do is teach them the concept of death, so they really fear the fate. Let's educate cattle on metaphysics. What? No! No! Liar! Perfect. I knew there was a way to monetize, and it keeps the animals from ever gaining an eternal resting place. What the hell is it with Vera and animals? But now the cruelty is extending beyond that. Well, yeah, it is. Thank you for getting the ball rolling on this excellent scheme, Liam. And thank you, Rhett, for nailing down the specifics. Neither of you get royalties, though. That being said, I will get you a double scoop of Rocky Road souls with sprinkles on top. Yum. Maybe? You don't know. You've never eaten a soul before. But it sure is delicious getting Vera's approval. Sure?
Let's do this!
So, where should we go? Outdoors is blocked. Let's go to the library again, I guess. Maybe we can get more monies? Easy steps to enlarge your tentacles. That day, you spent some time on the library's PCs, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. Girls love a really long tentacle, right? Click on link to find out how. Okay. Tentacle enlarged 342. Notavirus.net. I love that website. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? You lose -10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares? And you gain +2 money. Yay, I can get my PR agent. While doing all that, you've been carrying your newly acquired corpse as if it was a normal thing to do. But some people seem to think otherwise. Oh no, it's the 4 most hateful people in school. Why are you carrying a corpse, idiot? Psh, what a shameful display of distaste. Yeah, what a nerd. Carrying around corpses is for nerds. Oh, a corpse! I love corpses, also I'm super drunk. Okay, 3 most hateful people in school and poly. As the school social elite, we disapprove of this. I'm the head of the hierarchy and I can't condone such stupidity under our domain. I'm the taste of the hierarchy and I don't appreciate such puerile use of a corpse. Also, lesser known fact about corpses, they smell. I am the fists of the hierarchy and I want to punch you because punching people is what I do. I'm Polly, also I'm super drunk. So whatever Vera says. Yikes. Despite your disregard for stupid social convention at school, hierarchies, you feel the urge to place them. Maybe because that's what this game is about. When you bought this corpse, they totally told you it was a fashion accessory and that they were absolutely not just trying to dispose of a body. But now you're starting to feel they might have fooled you. No, I'm losing smarts, no! No time to lose. How can you convince them the corpse is actually a very hot fashion accessory? Trivia fact about fashion accessories: most of them are worn on your head. Quick, put the corpse on your head. Shallow social creatures respond only to status. Rip the brand logo off the most high-end accessory you own and put it on the corpse. Well, Lime is a hipster, so no can do to this answer, so I guess this. Swifty! You gather the corpse and you place it on your head. Your classmates remain silent, looking at you. The tension is great. You do your best to look serious and fashionable. I think what Red is trying to tell us is that this corpse is a hot fashion accessory. Yes, indeed. Most fashion accessories are worn on your head. Hats, glasses, earrings, heads. I think it's cool how she's wearing a corpse on her head and she's still like really cool about it. Fuck! I'm like big time drunk like tomorrow my hangover. I have a hangover, I have weight. Am I tripping or is Red wearing a corpse on her head? I mean, I did a bunch of super shrooms earlier, so I might be tripping. You're not tripping, Polly. Well, you are tripping, but also Red is in fact wearing a corpse on her head. And you know what? She is doing it in such a confident way. I hereby conclude that a corpse counts as a very hot fashion accessory. It would also be a pretty convenient way of disposing of the many corpses my ventures might or might not produce. I agree. Confidence is what really counts when deciding if something makes for a good accessory, even if that something is completely not hygienic nor healthy. Still drunk! And so all of them signed the decree that establishes a corpse as an acceptable fashion accessory as high school social bureaucracy requires. Today is a bright day to have a corpse in your possession. You gain +2 charm and 1 smart. Oh, why? What the fuck?
Let's do this!
Sure. So, let's go to the bathroom. And let's get my PR agent.
Hey, stranger.
Aw, you missed me and my shit, huh? Don't worry no more. All the shit can be yours if you have the money. Not me, though. Okay. I want my PR agent. You know what? All profit made are donated to a good cause. Spoiler alert, the good cause is buying me a new phone. Sweet. I have 0 monies.
Let's do this!
Liam! The table you choose is quite crowded. Liam sits across from Miranda, who is flanked by 2 well-dressed servants. One of the servants cuts a slice of Salisbury steak and feeds it to the other. Seriously, Miranda, you have servants to chew your food for you? What? Of course not! That would be barbaric! The servant happily swallows the Salisbury steak. I have servants to eat for me. They're called eating serfs. Don't you have any? First of all, no, I don't eat food. Second of all, that totally defeats the purpose of eating. Aren't you worried about starving? Why would I be? My serfs get all the calories I need to stay fit and healthy. I have no attractive reason to care about this, but suddenly it's all I care about. Someone convince Miranda to stop this madness. Maybe you should start this madness, Lime. Imagine all the food you could Instagram without having to eat any of it. But Miranda, look at the contented smile on the servant's face. You think he's eating for you, but secretly he's eating for himself. No, it can't be. Godo, say it isn't true. But Godo can't say anything because his mouth is full of delicious Salisbury steak. Salisbury steak, which he's obviously eating entirely for his own benefit. Treacherous dog! Do you want me to starve to death? Is that your plan? I think maybe he was just taking advantage of the fact that you don't understand how food works. Taking advantage of me? Scoundrel! Burpee, eat Gordo for me at once! The two servants look at each other, then stuff as much food as they can into their mouths before fleeing the cafeteria. Alice, how will I ever get my recommended daily allowance of nutrients now? You could try eating. Myself? But how? You and Liam have a ton of fun laughing at Bravunda. She learns how to eat food for apparently the first time in her life. What? Guy.
Let's do this.
Let's go to class for once. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. I gained +2 smarts. Oh no. Liam! After your previous adventures, now corpses are an acceptable and quite hot fashion accessory. You've become a well-known trendsetter advocating for your beloved corpses. Life is now all fancy and busy. Luckily, you have your sexy secretary to help you with all your new tasks. Mrs. Red, we have a problem. If you had assumed your sexy secretary had to be female, then shame on you. It's been leaked that Vogue's next issue will include an article titled 10 Reasons Why Wearing a Corpse as a Fashion Accessory is Not Chic and Probably Also a Crime. I've done some research and found the journalists. It's a bro called Fedora. What would we do, boys? As Vogue rules dictate, the only way to subdue a Vogue journalist is by out-journalism them in a journalism duel to the death. Sometimes people need a little push in the right direction. Kill his family and send him this severed heads as a warning. What? What? That is no little push. Let's out-journalism him? Journalize him? Oh, cool. To the death! Yeah, because duels to the death never go out of fashion. Let me choose the best outfit for your duel, boys. And so you engage in a journalism duel with Theodora. To out-journalist Theodora, you write an article titled 10 Reasons Why Wearing a Fedora is Not Cool and Definitely a Crime. It's a very eye-popping, opening article that reflects on the social circumstances during the 20th century that destroyed the fedora's popularity as a symbol of masculine fashion. Vogue's board of executive editors fired the fedora, claiming now we clearly see it is not in Vogue's best interest to keep someone who wears fedoras. Also, the fact that he just lost a duel to the death makes us believe he's not a safe bet in the long term for this company. And oh, they're right, your article is so good that you win a Pulitzer? Seriously? Which you totally used to bash Fedora's head into pulp. Hooray! For murder, boys! Yes, to murder! But for all the right reasons. Sure. Also, Vogue publishes your article on Fedora has become so uncool that it actually fuels the scale of corpses as a fashionable alternative to them. No, don't do that. Vogue pays you 3 money, but they assure you that the real payment has been experienced. Only 3 money for an article that went viral. What the fuck? Week 4? How, what? No?
Let's do this.
Auditorium is closed for me. Let's try the outdoors. The day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a red party. You gain +2 fun. Okay. You notice Vera and Brenda at the edge of the rave with their arms crossed. You dance over to try to find out what's up. I truly want to be excited about this uproarious event, but I'll say what we're both thinking. This rave looks like a techno thresh fire. I did not wish to be so crude, but it is true I want to hang out and have a good time, but I cannot relax in this chaotic environment. I've put some thought into this, and I think that the problem is a lack of color coordination. It almost always is. That's why my father painted everyone in the Kingdom Aquamarine. But we have no legal authority at this rave. How will we ever coordinate the colors? That's where I'm stuck right now, frankly. If only there were some way. First I would run through dangerous magic prison. Color-seeking German Shepherd. Okay. If it's dangerous, it's definitely Vera's kind of thing. You pull out the prism of color separation that you crafted in your AP attack fashion class. You toss it into the center of the dance and it lights up like an extremely deadly disco ball. Look, it's sucking in students and spitting them out in lines according to the color of their outfits. Why are they screaming? Does that mean it's working? Yes, that's what that means. The prison destroys several students because it can't determine the primary color of the outfits, but that's what they get for not matching. You gain +2 charm and 1 smarts. Wow, I'm really smart, I guess. What the fuck am I doing?
Let's do this.
Liam! You find Polly and Liam not eating as usual, you know, because they are undead. You know, the food in this cafeteria really is atrocious. It's hardly even worthy of my Instagram. What? I don't even eat food. See, this is exactly what I mean. We can do so much better than these subpar culinary abortions. Oh, I see what you mean. You mean the two of us should have a cook-off? What? No. Did you say something? I'm not listening because I'm so psyched about this cook-off. At no point did I agree to. I've got a huge advantage now because I've cooked so many drags. Oh, you think you've got the advantage, huh? I've been alive for centuries of culinary history. It's on. Two of them dash into the kitchen, ignoring all rules of law, school, and common decency as they commence cooking. Two celebrity chefs judges appear to critique the challenges. I think they're both equally horrible, says the cruel British judge. I think they're both equally marvellous, says the overly nice British judge. Both the judges turn to you. What do you think, tiebreaker judge? Whose meal truly is the cat's pajamas? Limes, because I think that glass jar of fresh human blood really goes with the parsley you sprinkled on top. Polly's, because she literally just made a pair of pajamas for a cat. What? Well, I am going for Lime, so Lime gets the point. Huh. In your face, Wolfgang. Suck. What? That would be a better name for a Scot. I'm not even Miss Wolf. As a matter of fact, that would be a better name for you. Oh, what, because I'm a vampire? Well, that would totally make sense. No, I just meant because you suck. Oh, this sucker just wowed the judges with my blood tartar. It's raw, organic, free-range blood, unethically sourced from a local, terrified human, and that parsley, farm to table. Or rather, farm to blood. I threw it in the blood. I like the color. Actually, it's well known that nobody knows what parsley tastes like. And you probably know well, because you're certainly not drinking any of that concoction. You tell Lime his rice for winning the cook-off is eating lunch alone with you. Slap, slap. Sure.
Let's do this.
I don't know if I'm doing good or not. Auditorium? I wasn't there for a while. The day while rehearsing for the class play, you are struck by the lightning of inspiration. You come up with the ultimate nickname for yourself. You tell everyone to call you by it, also known as one of the 7 most douchebag-ish moves in the world. But the nickname is so awesome, inventive, and appropriate that people decide to go with it. Quite the feat. You gain +2 creativity. We, the devs, dare you to actually come up with a nickname for yourself and ask the other players to call you by that name until the end of this run. Well, I'm alone. I can't ask other players. Later, you see Lime beaming to himself. Lime? Beaming? It appears that my application to write for Virtue magazine was received and accepted. I knew my pitch would hook them. Imagine the edgiest, most irreverent article subject you can think of. Now double it. That's my article subject. You see, I used a writing technique on them called lying. It's very effective. Up until they call your bluff. Now I've got to actually write an article and I've got no idea what to write. You saved me from the consequences of my actions. Suggest an idea that lives up to my own hype. A passionate argument for the legalization of recreational chimera toxins. A chilling expose of the pasta industry. Griffin trafficking. What? I don't know. Not so bold. Wow. Of course I don't condone the suffering of innocent magical creatures, but Griffin pasta is delicious. So delicious. I simply don't think I could give up the taste of Griffin pasta for anything, regardless of the cruelty involved. And I would hate to make a hypocrite of myself. If I don't have my integrity, what do I have? Other than my impeccable taste in art, music, and fashion. Lime does have pretty impeccable taste. How foolish of him to stoop to asking you. You lose 2 charm and 1 smarts. No! Lime, don't hate me!
Let's do this.
Sure, Red, sure. Let's go to the bathroom. I want to see what happens there. The day you skip class and just hang out in the bathroom because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms, you give +1 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. In the middle of everything, a portal opens up and swallows Vera, Polly and Lime. You dive in to rescue them and straight into the season finale of the Interdimensional Bachelor. Good lord. Help. I'm in danger of spraining my eyes from rolling them so hard. Oh my god, we're on a game show! Yes, indeed. Tonight, you 3 will answer a series of trivia questions. Whoever gets the most points becomes my... I'm gonna win! I don't even care what the verse is! Your wife? What a revolting premise. So you're saying we're supposed to respond to a series of questions and scenarios? our answers to which will make us more or less likely to achieve a romantic outcome with you. That's extremely problematic. I can't think of anyone who would ever want to play such a tawdry dating game. Everybody stop raising reasonable concerns so I can hear the first question. That's the spirit. Question number 1. Describe your ideal marriage proposal. But before Polly can answer you buzzing yourself, now's your chance to give an answer that will end the competition and send the prince packing. I'd present you with my grandmother's wedding ring, still attached to my naked grandmother. Jaws unhinged, bees pour out. What? I'm disturbed with both answers. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I don't know. My grandmother's wedding ring? Well, I guess. I'm sorry. That's not the answer we were looking for. There's anyone else? Wait, what was wrong with that answer? That was a dope answer. Do you have something against grandmothers? Oh my god, do you have something against nakedness? Because my whole answer was just going to be naked, naked, naked. Actually, from you that would be unacceptable. Oh, so there's a double standard. Nudity is okay for Polly, but not for grandmothers. Grandmothers have flesh too, you know. Oh, at least some of them do. The ones that aren't ghosts or shadow goblins. I can't believe we're on a game show hosted by a gramophobe. Grandmothers are the most retro immediate family members, and we should all respect that. You know what? Fine. I'm sorry I abducted you all to star in my amazing game show. Go home. The image of your naked grandma has completely crushed my libido anyway. To everyone's relief, the prince sends you all home. This whole situation reminds you to call your grandmother. You don't tell her why. We gain +2 charms and 1 creativity. Sure?
Let's do this!
Time to eat with Liam. Yay! You notice Liam looking disgruntled, which is his default, so whatever. But it seems like Miranda is pretty upset too. Better check it out. Liam, why are you tapping your phone so angrily? Did your phone offend you in some way? Why are you mad at it? Do you seem to be an 8.5 on the frowny Liam scale. The what? The frowny Liam scale. Normally I can tell how people are feeling from their faces, but you seem to be frowning most of the time, so I created a chart to measure your frowniness. Miranda pulls out a notepad and displays a series of doodles of Lime's frowniness. They're not super accurate, but they are super adorable. I'm not angry at my phone. My so-called frowniness is caused by a heinous error. I especially asked that my cream brulee be extra crispy, so it truly popped with my massacre Instagram filter. Instead, they burned it to a crisp, rendering it unphotographable. Monsters deserve to know what they're getting into if they choose to eat this cafeteria, so they can choose to take their business to a different establishment. And so, I'm writing a scathing Yelp review. Liam, you can't do that. If they shut the cafeteria down, the school kitchen staff will lose their jobs. Did you know that peasants have to do labor to make living wages? They don't simply have an unlimited stores of gold. I was shocked when I first found out. Of course you were. If the kitchen staff wanted to earn their wages, they should have been better at their jobs. I am simply the merchant of truth. No, you're the merchant of poop. Your royal sophistication shines through. Look, ask Red. Her taste may tend towards the mainstream, but surely She can see the superb cafeteria must be exposed. Don't be ridiculous. Red is surely more compassionate than that and would gladly help me save the cafeteria. Again! Again? Gosh, it's hard to keep track of your misadventures at this shit show of a school. Still, you'll help if you can. Brenda can't undermine Liam's admittedly talented criticism alone. This will take an army of homeless people we pay to write positive Yelp reviews of the cafeteria until we eclipse Liam's name. Liam, one lone voice simply cannot shut down this cafeteria. At least not the voice of a high schooler. Let's get a renowned food critic to write a public Pulitzer-worthy expose to be published in the most widely read periodicals. Excellent idea. I am an incredibly intelligent and compassionate person with tons of humility, more than enough to admit, but a professional's help may be of use to me. You think you have the most humility? You shall never be as humble as I am. Every day my servants tell me I am the humblest person ever to live. Brenda storms off in a huff, leaving you and Liam to proceed with your amazing, incredible genius plan. You're super humble too. You use your magnificent calligraphy skills you picked up in your elective class, calligraphy and murder, to write 5 letters, chock full of hashtag aesthetics. Liam produces a delicate white dough from his backpack. How was it breathing in there? And gives it the newly addressed letters. You're not sure what's more intriguing, the fact that Liam trusts that the dough will be able to read the addresses to deliver the letters, or the fact that the addresses he wrote down were just their emails. Regardless, it seems to have worked, because within a minute of the dough's release, you receive your first reply on your phones. Ah, I knew the exquisite Jacques Aznavour would have enthusiasm for plight. Thus his immediate response. Dear Liam, I received your message. Though the calligraphy is quite impressive, I'm afraid I must give you the same answer I gave you when you asked me to write a review on the cuisine cooked by your friend's grandmother last Thanksgiving. I don't know how you got a job to find out where I live based on my email address, but stop contacting me. Most lovingly yours, great and humblest food critic, Jacques Aznavour. Oh, Red, nobody understands the severity of the creme brulee transgression. Thank goodness we have each other. Heck yeah, you have each other for Prom. Hopefully, at the very least, maybe he'll let you borrow the dove in some time to send anthrax to your enemies. Yep. The only place I wasn't yet is the gym. I can't go there right now. I don't know. Class again? A day you're the first one in class. You sometimes come early because you enjoy talking to the teacher. He's a bit bitter, but in a cool way. He treats you like an adult, and the two of you discuss life and stuff in a very snarky way. Look at you, excelling at cliched movie tropes. You gain +2 smarts and plus valuable life insight that would help you face the difficulties of being young. Well, thank you. You come too, as if you had been knocked out of or drugged or something to the sound of. Welcome back to season 2 of the Interdimensional Bachelor. Today's competitors are last season's Flaw and the Cogs, Rats and an army of sexy werewolves. Hooray! What's up, losers? For the last time, fuckbench, I'm not a werewolf. Perhaps not, but you have a fiery temperament, wolf-like drive, and a killer app, so it's close enough. Yeah, bro, one of us. I thought we were going to do a sports game. Sports game. We are, my dear sweetie army of sexy werewolves, and red. We are! In fact, it's time for our first round. Are you ready? For your first test of speed, strength, and skill in the Interdimensional Bachelor Season 2, it's time to see which of you is incredible lichens can sign your name on this legally binding document that is in no way a marriage contract the fastest. You can see the werewolves' tails wagging in anticipation, ready to prove themselves the fastest, bestest athletes, and Damien is cracking his knuckles, not about to be outdone. If you don't step in, at least one of or two of these people are going to end up married to the prince out of sheer competitiveness. Thinking quickly, you? I would think that this name would take the longest out of these names from these people. So eating the contract would probably be the right thing, but I want to summon a demon. Never did you think you'd be able to outrun a werewolf, much less 5+1 devil, but in circumstances such as these, with so much at stake, something simply kicks in. What the hell, man? If I'm gonna get shown up by someone, I want it to be a pro athlete, not red. Yeah, bro, no fair. Rematch. Of what rematch are you speaking? All of you turn as one to see the towering figure of Tyrelliot the Terrible, an enormous robot. Well, hello there, my good metal sir. I'm afraid you've wandered onto the set of a hit television program designed to find me my spouse. That is, designed to see which of these fine athletes is the most skilled. No, says Tyrelliot the Terrible, you were correct the first time. It is about finding you a spouse, and now I am here to be that spouse. There's been a mistake, friend. I was to marry either a sexy werewolf, a sexy devil, or a sexy red. Affirmative, and the sexy red signed my name to your marriage contract. Congratulations, you are my husband, my sweet husbando. For some reason, the prince looks less than thrilled with his new robot spouse. Sucks for him. Meanwhile, you have an army of sexy werewolves, and Damien very pleased with you as you lead them back to your own dimension, gaining +2 charm and 1 fun along the way.
Let's do this.
Where do we go? I want to try the gym now. The day an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. Afterwards, Lime walks up to you extremely nonchalantly. It's ridiculous how little he cares about this walk. After considering a considerable thought, I've come to the conclusion that you're not a complete poser, and seeing as I could use a partner for my drastically hip late night excursion, consider yourself invited. Tonight, 3 a.m. I'm sure you'll have no trouble coming up with an appropriate underground destination. I mean, it's not like I don't know any cool places to go or anything. I just want to give you an opportunity to prove yourself. Lime vanishes in a cloud of mist and angst. You've got 12 hours to choose the trendiest spot nobody's ever heard of. What? Monstropolis's most exclusive new nightclub? That star symbol? Well, the hottest, most underground nightclub of all, the Earth's core? Well, it's true then, this is the most underground. And the hottest of them all. Can they survive this? Red can. She's a fire demon. I don't know. That night, you pick Lime up in your giant mechanized roll machine and head for the club. But there's no club at the center of the earth, it's just the center of the earth, a molten ball of iron and death. Ah, my skin, why do you think there was a club here? Why would anyone think there was a club at literally the most inhospitable place on earth? You have no idea why you thought that, but you do know you're gonna need skin crafts after this. You lose -2 smarts and -1 boldness. No. I'm sorry, Liam.
Let's do this.
You find Liam taking a picture of his food, and Scott taking a picture of also Liam's food. Ha! Yes, Scott, snap away. My artistic plating is too magnificent to ignore. Artistic what? I'm playing Pokemon Men's Go, the mobile version of the hit Pocket Humans video game. What do you Pocket Mans have to do with my food pic? There's level 43 Bernard Hansen hanging out in the middle of your plate. Here, take a look. Scott, why does your phone show tiny human doing pottery on top of my eggplant ravioli? You mean you don't know Bernard Hansen? He used to be a chartered accountant, but now he's decided to pursue his dream of being a world-famous potter. That a major life change has made him super rare. Pocket humans almost never follow their dreams. Well, I don't care how rare he is. His presence is spoiling my pristine food pig. Spoiling it, but pocket humans are way cooler than boring old food pig. You take that back. Uh-oh, tempers are running a little high. Looks like it's up to you to settle this dispute. Scott's right, Lime. Why take a normal cliched food pic when you could take a food pic of Scott capturing Pokemon off your food pic? Scott, look over there. There's a stewed hogart on top of that pile of mashed potatoes. Good lord, you're right. The layers of irony are practically infinite. Go ahead, Scott. Capture your Pokemon. Okay, here I go. Wait, what are you doing? Stop molesting my pasta. I'm not trying to grab your pasta bar. I'm trying to grab Bernard Hansen, but he's too slippery. You imbecile. Bernard Hansen isn't actually on top of my ravioli. He's an image protected by your phone. Are you sure? He seems so real. Let me just try to grab him a few more times. No, my artfully arranged pasta pockets are in disarray. You fiend! Lime chases you and Scott away so he can rebuild his artful pasta arrangement. You bond with Scott by teaching him how to actually play Pokemon's Go. No!
Let's do this!
I still wasn't asked to prom. That day, while rehearsing for the cosplay, you aren't especially good nor inspired. For once, it seems you aren't getting the classic creativity boost from the auditorium. But afterwards, while talking to your classmates, you're having trouble conveying your points in discussion. So you decide to convey it through music. You start singing and suddenly everyone else joins you in a kick-ass musical number. It's so amazing. The people with whom you were arguing totally get your point and change their minds once the song is over. You gain +2 to creativity. How? But okay, life is good. You're a successful trendsetter that has moved monster kind forward to a more corpse-friendly society. Or it would be good if you weren't about to crash into the 3 biggest enemies of progress and inclusiveness. Ha ha ha! You're carrying a corpse, and what a lame loser. Corpses are dumb. We're taking your corpse so we can make fun of it. The bygones.
Prepare to die.
Hey, a corpse! Give it to me. I want it salute. Oh, you monster! Right? Prepare to die. The haters.
It's my love.
It's me, the interdimensional prince. I'm here in your dimension to marry some cute high schoolers. Oh, what's that you're carrying with you? Is it some kind of dry, skinny, funky, smelly high school? Can I marry it? And the interdimensional prince? Let's settle with the creeps. Oh, whatever. This dude isn't good news for sure. This can't be good. You're surrounded by jerks. It's time to fight for your corpse and for a more inclusive and corpse-friendly society. But how? No, you've walked enough to acknowledge your corpse doesn't need a knightness and shining armor to protect it. It can protect itself. Love is always the answer. Wink. What? I would love to say yes, this is the right thing. But now? It didn't move in all this time, or would it start moving now? You know what? Love is always the answer. What? Love is for losers. Also, are you proposing for us to love a corpse? That's kind of wrong. I'm perfectly fine with it. But as much as I love love, I have the feeling thinking love is the answer to everything might not be a good thing. Love is my favorite thing, but you can't make it the only thing. Whatever the blue dude said. Loser. Wolfpack out. You're revolting. I'm gonna be sick. Au revoir. Oh, and I'm totally taking your corpse. A dude that's fine with marrying a corpse just gave you a lesson in love and relationships. That's a new low for you. You lose -2 smarts and -1 charm. No. The monster prom. What? Well, Lion. Yeah.
Let's do this.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. You and me? Psst. I'd rather go to prom with a bag full of garbage as my date. Wait, that'd be so disruptive. Thanks for the inside. Enjoy embracing eternal solitude, my friend. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a bag full of garbage to record. And it's prom. You focused on your career goals of becoming a renowned surgeon. You studied hard and passed all the tests. Unfortunately, no hospital wanted to hire you because it turns out that going to prom with a cool date is an essential requirement on a surgeon's resume. And so you never got a job in the end. You became homeless. Don't even dare to think the monster prom isn't important. No. Rat most likely be eaten by other people. Lime's goat, old pond, a frog jumps in, the sound of water. And they have 1,408 outcomes. Okay. So you can see it was my first run through of this game. Oh my god. Those 3 weeks were maybe the most epic and absorbed weeks of our lives. After Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning who we were and who we could be. And who knows, you know what? As it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Lime and Scott co-wrote a cheesy and weird fanfic of two lights that became unexpectedly popular to the point it turned into a well-known novel of its own. Often the characters are shirtless for the right reasons. After some years, the Prince's Dimension became a democracy, mostly due to the public discontent with royalty that spends most of its time in other dimensions. Despite that, the Prince keeps on annoying high schoolers, still wrong on so many levels. Polly graduated at doing lots of ayahuasca, and now she appears to people hallucinating to act as their spirit animal. During those 3 weeks, Monster Prom seemed bigger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were lots of battles left in that war-caught youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. That was fun. I could certainly play this again. Alright, so I want to see what happens there. Storage drop $15. Thank you for making this. I love playing it. Unlocked. You've just unlocked an erotic fanfic about dragons. That is about to get weird. Alright. No. Back to menu. Yes. Alright. Doggo's icon. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you'd like to see more of this, tell me in the comments down below. I would definitely love to play this again, and play different character, different events, try my stuff out. So yeah, tell me down below, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.